Okay. What would you tell 18-year-old Merja when you look back at everything you've been through, learned, and achieved? What a great question. Nobody's actually ever asked me that question, I don't think, with all these years of answering questions. But here we are. What would I tell an 18-year-old Merja? Let me just think for a moment. What was I doing when I was 18? Oh, yeah, I was working really hard. I was working in a stud farm in Ireland. So I had moved from my country to live in a different country. And I was working with horses, and I was in charge of a lot of very expensive horses at a very young age, which, you know, I look back at now and I think, wow, I don't know. I don't know if that was, you know, but obviously the bosses were happy. So now thinking back at it, I would say to myself, be aware of the weight of your decisions. So whatever decisions you make, be aware that there are consequences to your actions and your decisions. And while you're free to choose your actions and your decisions, you are not free from the consequences of your actions. So just keep an open mind on what decisions to make and how and when. So be better at decision making. Not that I made particularly bad decisions. I was always the good girl and always, you know, looking after the horses, and they loved me there. And, you know, my boss said to a friend of mine one time, Merja is the best slave we've ever had. So, you know, I worked very, very hard and I didn't know to be offended about that back then, and now it just feels horrendous, not only against obviously people who've experienced slavery firsthand, but secondly, just I don't know if that's actually a compliment, but I would say, you know, don't take everything so seriously. Life is so much more than just work. And life is so much more than just proving yourself all the time. You are worthy and you are loved. And those who don't see your value without you having to prove it to them are fools. So that's what I would say to my 18-year-old self. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for today's session. It's been great spending this time with you today. Remember to share our content. If you're watching this on YouTube, we will have taken some of these clips. And remember to share our content with people who might benefit from it. Invite them to our Facebook group, but tell them that there are 3 questions that you do need to answer in order to establish that the group is in fact the right place for you. Just invite them into our loving, caring community. We love having new people join us, and I just can't believe how fortunate I am to be a part of this community, not just as the creator of it, but also a participant. And I want to give a big shout out also to Val, who is the main woman of this group, the main person of this group. Val is doing a fantastic job in creating all kinds of campaigns for you guys to do your personal development differently. She's amazing at making sure that everybody gets answered. And also a big shout out to Amelia, who has been helping with the group and helping with the questions as well for this Q&A, just compiling the questions and so on. So thank you, girls, very, very much. It's an absolute privilege to work with you. I hope you know that already. I say it often enough. I do feel truly privileged. And thank you, all the members. It's such an amazing space to be in. So thank you for that. And we will see you in our next Q&A next week. I can't wait to see you then. Have a fantastic week, everyone. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay strange. We're awesome. See ya.